UNICEF assists worldwide access to vaccines and syringes. The United Nations Children's Fund, or UNICEF, has begun delivering syringes as part of the COVAX, or COVID-19 Vaccines Global Access Facilities initiative. They will help to ensure all countries have access to syringes as well as vaccines. In 2021, it is expected that the facility will see 2 billion vaccines delivered to the 190 participating nations, in addition to 1 billion syringes. The syringes will be single-use only to ensure safety and be used for the Serum Institute of India AstraZeneca vaccine and the Pfizer BioNTech vaccine. Our gratitude, UNICEF and COVAX facility, for your important life-protecting work. In the wisdom of heaven, may all countries and international organizations support the fast shift to the vegan diet for the future safety of all beings.
Death rates are higher for overweight COVID-19 patients. A recent study by the World Obesity Federation found that nations with large numbers of obese people have experienced the most deaths from the pandemic, specifically in countries like the US and UK, where more than half the adult population is overweight. Fatalities have occurred 10 times more often than in a country like OLAC, also known as Vietnam, where such issues afflict only about 18% of adults. While an individual's age is still the principal coronavirus risk factor, this new report points out that a person's weight is the number 2 concern. Many thanks World Obesity Federation for bringing this information to our attention. We pray that governments around the globe will take heed and require their citizens to be vegan for the sake of their health and the survival of the planet.
Himalayan peaks' pristine state continues to be preserved. Machu Picchu Mountain, one of the most beautiful peaks nestled in Nepal, is restricted from being climbed. Also known as Fishtail Mountain for its uniquely shaped twin summits, it has enthralled many local and international tourists to Nepal with its pristine beauty. It is rare in a country so popular for mountain tourism to have a peak remain untouched and untainted. This was made possible by a celebrated British Army officer renowned as the father of trekking in Nepal. Lieutenant Colonel James Owen Marion Roberts was fascinated with the mountain the locals considered sacred. After an unsuccessful expedition to the peak, Lieutenant Colonel Roberts requested the Nepali government to ban it from ever being climbed. They agreed, and the revered Himalayan summit continues to remain untouched. We honor your caring legacy, Lieutenant Colonel James Owen Marion Roberts. Thank you also, Nepal government, for your exemplary effort to maintain our natural heritage in its pure state. In divine grace, may we all do our part to be good stewards of our precious earth.
New United Kingdom report shows plastic waste is not decreasing. The recent checking out on plastics report from the non-governmental organizations Environmental Investigation Agency UK and Greenpeace UK noted that 10 leading supermarkets in the country sold products containing almost 900,000 metric tons of plastic in 2019. Furthermore, 2.5 billion plastic water bottles were also given away or sold, and over 1.58 billion reusable plastic soap and bags were sold. The report highlights that despite significant pledges by many companies, the actual amount of plastic being sold each year is fairly constant and not declining. It recommends national reuse systems and transparency and accuracy supported by government-mandated reporting. Many thanks Environmental Investigation Agency UK and Greenpeace UK for sharing this important information. We pray that sustainable practices and products will quickly be adopted in every industry in the heavens radiance.
Indigenous woman said to become the first Yolngu lawyer in Australian legal system. 27-year-old Kenisha Gumbula, an Aboriginal Yolngu woman from the remote Galawinku community on Elcho Island in the Northern Territory of Australia, will be the first Yolngu lawyer in the nation's court system upon graduating with a law degree in April 2021. A single mother of 2 young children, she has spent 5 years working as a community legal educator with the North Australian Aboriginal Justice Agency, while studying for her law degree at Charles Darwin University. Ms. Gumbula has been encouraged and supported by her family, especially her grandparents and mother, who help take care of her children. She envisions providing a bridge between the Western and Aboriginal legal system, as well as being an inspiration to others to fulfill their dreams. Our applause on your remarkable achievements, Kenisha Gumbula. We wish you outstanding success in all of your endeavors, as you provide inspiration for many others as an exemplary role model in in the benevolence of the Providence.
Customers line up for vegan donuts in United States capital. Donut Run, a 100% vegan donut shop, recently opened in Tacoma, Washington, D.C., serving unique handmade, yeast-raised, and cake-style donuts in 12 delectable flavors, with the offerings changing every day. The owners, Sean Peterson and Nicole Dow, a husband and wife duo, both vegans since 2007, found that within 2 weeks of starting their business, they had to hire additional staff to accommodate the long line waiting at opening time. Furthermore, they were selling out of some of their items, such as apple fritters, Boston cream donuts, and more by noon. Though only providing takeout service during the pandemic, the business is flourishing. The dedicated vegan couple are thinking about expanding to another location and also opening a vegan restaurant. Congratulations, Nicole Dow and Sean Peterson on Donut Run. In divine delight, wishing you and your vegan venture all the best.
Turkish man and swan accompany each other for 37 years. One day in 1984, postman Recep Mizan, now retired, found a female swan with a broken wing in Edirne province in western Turkey. Mr. Mizan brought the swan home to protect her from predators and named her Garip. After the lovely feathered lady's broken wing healed, she stayed with Mr. Mizan at his farm in Karagak village and also became friends with the local cats and dogs. Garip spends most of her time following her caregiver around when he is doing his chores or taking his evening walks. A widower without children, 63-year young Mr. Mizan, who treats Garip like his own child, said the loyal swan has always stayed by his side and they have never separated. We are deeply touched by your devoted friendship, Recep Mizan and Garip. May you continue to enjoy each other's company for many years to come in heaven's enduring love.